So the next thing we'll be covering here in our chapter on polynomials and factoring will be factoring special products, okay? So you may recall in 10.3, we went over this whole lesson that talked about these special products of polynomials, okay? And now we're kind of working backwards, okay? We're going to be having this product that's already worked out, and we'll be asked to actually factor it. Okay, and so we'll see how we do. Now let's just go through these prerequisite skills here first. So in numbers 1 through 3, we're asked to find the product. Okay, so this is 2n plus 3 squared. We have a couple options here. We can write this out as two binomials being multiplied by each other and FOIL it, or we can use this special product. Okay, and so remember that we had the square of a binomial was basically if we have a plus b squared, and we FOIL it out, we get this pattern of a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. Okay, so in this particular case, our a term would be 2n, our b term would be 3. Okay, so really the pattern that would work out here would be 2n squared plus 2 times a times b. So our a term is this and our b term is this, right? Plus b squared, which would be 3 squared. Right, and so if we simplify this, we get 2n squared is going to be 4n squared plus, well, 2 times a times b, I have 2 times 3 is 6, 6 times 2 is 12, so I get 12n, and then plus 3 squared is going to give us 9, right? So again, this is what I would actually get here using my special product pattern. Okay. Now again, if you really wanted to, you could just FOIL that out. You'd end up combining like terms and you'd get the exact same thing. Okay. For the second one here, this is now squaring a binomial again, but our pattern's a little bit different, right? This is a minus b squared, which ended up, if we FOIL that out, would give us a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. Right, so really our a term this time is p. Our b term here is 6, and we could write this out as a squared, so it'd be p squared minus 2 times a times b, which would be 2 times p times 6, and then it would be plus 6 squared, right? So we'd end up just getting now p squared minus 12p plus 36, right? And so this would be our product, okay? And then finally, the last one here was this difference of two squares pattern, where we had something like a plus b times a minus b, right? Which, if we FOILed this out, would end up just being a squared minus b squared, okay? Or in other words, the o and the I of FOIL drops out, right? So the oi drops out, okay? So really, again, our first times first would be here, right? That'd be our a squared, and minus b squared would be 1. So we just fill it out like this, right? So 2y squared minus 1 squared, which would give us, again, 4y squared minus 1, and that would be our final product. Okay, so that's just a little bit of review of those special products, right? And so now pretty much we'll be given our answers here, and we'll be asked to factor those. And so we're working backwards from before. Okay, looking down, we just have a little bit of review here for factoring the trinomial. Okay, really pretty simple. Most of you guys are getting really good at this. Okay, but again, here's our x chart. We have to multiply to a times c. In this case, it's 1 times -5 is -5. We have to add to our b term here of -4. So we should get -5 and +1 here. Remember, we're not solving this. There's no equation here, so we're just going to write our factors out of x minus 5 and x plus 1. Okay, and that would be our final answer. Remember, we can always check this with FOIL again. So first times first would be x squared. The outside terms would give us a positive x. Inside would give us -5x. And last times last would give us this -5. So when we actually combine like terms, we know that we are correct. Okay. And now the very last one, we have x squared plus 2x plus 1. So we'll go ahead and make my x chart here. Again, this one has to multiply to 1 but add to 2. Okay, our numbers here are actually, oddly enough, 1 and 1. And so I can write this as x plus 1 times x plus 1. But when these factors here, when they actually match, we actually end up just writing it like this, as x plus 1 squared. Okay? So again, I hope this review was helpful for you guys. If we have these skills, it's going to make this section really, really easy.